So our Ambassador Kill and a couple of other developers actually showcased all of these ships, all of them, there are only two, but both of these ships in the live stream that they did, including the new visuals that are, in my personal opinion, they are just amazing, especially the what's it called, the Genesis Seed, and I'm definitely going to talk about that a little bit later on in this video. The visuals were just awesome in my personal opinion, but everything that we are going to get basically is going to be in a blog post, and I'm going to read about that because there's also the new recruitment is also, we got also information what's that all about right now. So let's get there. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the channel supporters out there that are supporting the channel financially, and if you are willing to do so yourself, there is a link in the video description. So like I mentioned previously, if you haven't seen the live stream of that our Ambassador Kale and 3 other developers did, Thomas Moron was there, Jesse was there, and also Jeremy was there as well. Those are the 4 developers of Star Trek Online, including Ambassador Kale obviously being the 4th one. They showed both of these starships, their unique traits, their abilities that are just, in my personal opinion, awesome in terms of visuals, in terms of statistics and all that. That's going to be something that you guys are going to let me know in the comment section, obviously, because I have no idea. But there is also news about the new update to the recruitment event that they're going to do. Now, a lot of us were hoping it's going to be the temporal recruitment, but it's not. It's going to be the gamma recruitment, and I have a blog post up and all of the information that Cryptic has just provided us, and I'm going to read about that. Hopefully, just going to summarize everything. That's the important part. So this is the part for the recruitment event that's going to go on. It is Gamma Quadrant Needs You. So basically, it's going to be all about the gamma stuff for a limited time from June 24th to July 22nd. You're going to make a new Gemidar character. You will gain the bonuses becoming a special gamma recruit. If you haven't done so, just make a character, go all the way through the tutorial until you get that Dominion transporter, and then you can basically just take your time. Leveling your particular Gemidar character up. But it's really important to obtain the transporter over here. If you obtain it, then the character that you're going to make is eligible for all of the other rewards. So very important to grab yourselves the transporter right here. They have set some new goals, as you guys can see here, and also altered a few as well. So required for specialization point have been reduced from 90 to 45. You already have 45 specialization in your existing Gemidar recruit. You'll be eligible for the claiming the rewards immediately. Requirement for the tier 5 reputation have been reduced in total of 10 reputation amongst the all currently existing reputations. So if you already reach 5 in 10 reputation systems, you're going to be eligible to claim that reward as well immediately. Also, there is a new goal for tier 6 requirement. You're going to get a tier 6 upgrade token, tier 6X upgrade token, sorry. It's going to be account unlocked if your other character could claim it. The ultimate tech upgrade, engineering, science, or shield. Good, but to be honest, these tier 6X upgrade tokens, and I said this on the live stream as well, these are basically like their default reward. Hey, you put so much time and effort into this. Here's an experimental ship upgrade token for your, or at least a ship upgrade token for your, for your effort that you did. I mean, sure, those things are basically, you can have them everywhere, including the exchange and stuff like that, or the Zen store. So it's definitely nice. It's free stuff, so nothing to sneeze about that. Since the Gemidar are Dominion first line of defense against the Hurg, we made a new goal to complete the Swarm TFO 5 times in order to reward, with a reward of 100 gamma marks on the Germanian Carapace fragment. I hope I'm pronouncing that right way. All rewards that give marks now include up-to-date marks with all reputations. So that's kind of nice. I was kind of little bit behind on all the reputation, but they just introduced that, so that's good. This is all about the Jem'Hadar recruitment event that's going to start June 24th and it's going to end July 22nd. Make sure that you make a Gamma recruitment over there, obtain the Dominion transporter. That's basically right after the tutorial or mid-tutorial that you're going to obtain this thing, and it's the only thing that's needed, you know, for you to grab this Jem'Hadar. I believe I have one, and that's about it. Just level that particular character, go through the system requirements, and hit all of those goals and all of the rewards. Sorry, my voice went gone there. But anyway, the rewards are going to be account unlocked, so all of the rewards that you're going to have in this particular character is going to be available to all of your other characters under the same account. So that's kind of nice that they did that. All right, so that's the Gamma recruitment stuff covered. Something new that they added, it's time for the new Genesis. The new Genesis is the thing that it's basically called the new bundle. It's not, nothing is new. Or at least it is new, but it is called the new Genesis. That's what this bundle is going to be called. It's not new and then Genesis. It's new Genesis. That's what it's called. It's kind of like confusing a little bit. I am going to read a little bit about this because I kind of find it interesting, the backstory behind it, the origin of their, you know, making these things as it is in Star Trek Online. So just as the Genesis projects was said to bring life from lifelessness, the Star Trek Online Zerso will soon be graced with the new Starship bundle, promising to do the same with two beloved ship classes that never before existed in a tier 6 tier. Bringing new life to these ships will have a long language as a tier 1 starship. So there are two tier 1 starships that they're putting up as tier 6 starships into the game. You guys probably know it. You guys have been asking for the abort class for a long time, so here it is. And also the Malakovsky also has been upgraded. So there are two of them, two of these ships, including, or at least in the bundle. And does it state where it is? No, it's right there, a little bit lower. But anyway, the new Genesis bundle, that's what, like I said, this is what it is called, Genesis bundle, the new Genesis bundle. So it's going to be available 24th of June. For 7,500 Zen, and from June 24th till July the 1st, the bundle will be 35% off. Now, let me just fire up my calculator up here. So it says 7,500 divided by 100 times 35. Okay, so that's the 35% minus 7,500. If my math is correct, it's going to be available for 4,875 Zen. That's going to be available with the 35% off starting June 24th all the way to July 1st. So my thoughts. I've basically seen everything that was displayed on their live stream. I'm kind of convinced that this is something that I really want. I'm not really fond of the ships, to be honest, but it's, you know, it's something that I definitely am going to grab due to, like, you know, the whole vibe that's related with these things, and especially the Genesis device, the Genesis Seed. It's very, very awesome, and you guys are going to see that because I'm definitely going to make a review about it. But it's just, you know, I love these visuals that they were displaying over there. But anyway, on a special note, the Malachowski and the Clark variant have been added to the Federation Light Cruiser family. This means that the captains who purchase the Clark multi-mission command cruiser will be able to use the customization option available for the advanced light cruiser of the new ship. But vice versa, there's unlock the wide variety starship visual options that include the Malachowski, Miranda Centaur, and more. Note that Tier 1 Malachowski light cruiser remains unique to the Discovery era and cannot be used in additional Miranda variant parts. So that's that. Make sure you understand what they're talking about. The tier 1 is, it's unique, so it's not going to be able to mismatch components. For its part, the Grissom class. The Grissom is this thing, the Oberth class that you guys were very fond of. The Grissom class light science vessels includes the classic Oberth class, available in the motion pictures and the next generation area variants. Please note these two ships are also available with ships to purchase outside of the Genesis bundle or the new Genesis bundle. So you can definitely grab these things. If you don't want the bundle, obviously, you can grab them individually from the Zen store. That's what they were basically saying right here. Alongside these two new starships, the new Genesis bundle will also include a number of additional items. Thematically tied to the appearance of the Oberth and Miranda during the events of Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. Each of these will be available for reclaim on each character on your entire account, because if you buy this bundle, all of these items right here are going to be available to all of your characters. So it is going to be basically account unlock. The Genesis ground vanity device, they did not show this on the stream, so it's kind of nice. I've already seen it. A couple of people that were actually authors of Foundry content had these things, and it's kind of nice, to be honest. So I'm definitely going to make a video about this thing. So you're going to get 3 new costume pieces. It's not or at least you can mismatch components, obviously, and make your own costume, but these are just pieces. So outfit box, Wrath of Khan, captain's vest, engineering vest, and the excursion jacket. And also going to get a Type 2 phaser compression pistol from the 2285 century. Additional values including this bundle in the form of the following: 1-time consumption, only no reclaim available, 2 experimental starship upgrade tokens, 2 fleet ship modules. Yeah, nice. In this bundle, also available for players on the Xbox and PlayStation 4 at a later date. So all of the people that are, loving the channel and are following the channel on the news content, on the videos that I'm making, you guys are going to get the same bundle, but in a later date. Okay, so read additional, yada, yada. Okay, here we go. Clark multi-mission command cruiser, this thing right here. Starfleet has a long-standing tradition of welcoming the aid of other starships in need, regardless of their allegiance. In light of established standard operation procedure, there is no surprise that the brightest engineers amongst us, its rank, have chosen to focus the design of their new starship class specifically on the role of providing support and aid other vessels in need. The Clark multi-mission command cruiser, yeah, say that 5 times real fast, has purposely built to serve as the vanguard of reinforcement fleets, bringing in a wide array of potential life-saving technology in the form of its command specialist capabilities. Additionally, despite only being a mid-sized cruiser, this vessel boasts a hangar bay able to house a wing of supported vessels in configuration in seas, if captaincies fit to equipped. This starship features a commander in engineering and also commands specialization bridge officer seating. So here we go with the information. So everybody can basically pick this up, especially when you have the Klingons and, cross faction. Basically, you can use the Klingon ships on a Federation and also Federation ships on a Klingon. So the only requirement is that you must complete the tutorial and also have that particular portion unlocked. Hull modifier 1.225, shield modifier 1.1, 4 forward weapons, 4 aft weapons, room for 4 devices, constant modification 3 tactical, 4 engineering, and 3 science, making it overall, definitely engineering, so more of a tank ship, because it's like they just said, this is basically a ship that is going to aid other, ships in danger. So, survivability being a thing on this thing. Base turn rate of 9.4, impulse modifier 0.16, inertia rating of 35, plus 5 to weapon power, plus 5 to shield power, plus 10 to aux power. The Genesis seed, all that is so amazing. Visuals, that's just awesome. This thing can equip the dual cannons, dual heavy cannons as well. Room for one hangar bay with the Peregrine fighters. Inspiration ability, turn the tide against all odds, and battle preparation. Now it is a cruiser, so cruiser command array, a weapon system efficiency, shield frequency modulation, and Starship Mastery Package cruiser, so absorption plating, rapid repairs, enhanced plating, armored hull, and the unique Starship trait is greater than the sum. That is the Starship trait that we're going to unlock. Now, they did say trait right here, Starship trait greater than some. Activating emergency power to auxiliary or any command bridge officer ability will provide a bonus to yourself and allies within 5 km with increased all subsystem power, hull regeneration, and shield regeneration for the next 10 seconds. If the effectiveness of this increase scales up with the number of allies affected up to max 10, including self, this effect may be triggered once every 10 seconds. So it is definitely nice, as a support ship is basically going to add to all of your allies within 10 kilometers. 5 kilometers. Where was it? Before I say something really weird, here we go, within 5 kilometers. So all subsystem power, holder generation, net shield generation for the next 10 seconds. So I'm definitely, this is definitely interesting for tank, people that are actually like having a ship that's going to survive a lot. Okay, they're talking about pets up here. So allies counted and determination. This scaling will include other players, pets, alpha players. This will include most targetable summons, including hangar pets, large pets such as social separation, ship consumed via bridge officer abilities and devices, but exclude targetable torpedoes, mines, and some other mere temporary constructs. So basically everything except torpedoes, mines, and some. I'm guessing fleet. No, fleet is also fleet support is also pets. Is also going to count as pets. So just the low stuff is not going to count, but the damage dealers is definitely going to count. So the Genesis seed right here, although the Genesis project was ultimately a failure in its intended purpose, the ramification of the various cutting-edge research that went into development are still studied and adapted for new application with ambiguous science and engineers with some regularity within the Federation. Nice, I like that. Oh, that's good. The latest iteration to build to leech energy and matter from foes in the region near the unstable planetoid that is created when the device is detonated in space manifests as radiation damage and power drain. Okay, so we didn't actually know what kind of damage this thing was going to do because they didn't say this on the live stream. We speculated it was going to be either kinetic, just going off by the visuals, or radiation. It's kind of like a paradox bomb for ground. So it basically strips power, basically kind of the same visuals that you see, that whole energy sucking vortex kind of thing, and it grows, basically doubles up in size, and it grows and it grows and it grows, and all the way when it's the meter is full, basically it detonates, and it's very nice visuals. Just by the visuals I'm like, I need this thing in my life. But now we know it. So it's going to be radiation damage and power drain. The planetoid will utilize the gathering resources to grow in size and power until it quickly reaches its explosive final, as I just said, further damaging and destabilizing foe within the blast radius, and will do so rapidly if there is any large number of enemies targets within its vicinity. Okay, so definitely awesome. I'm definitely interested in this particular thing. Now, the console tooltip, and I'm guessing these guys have been watching a lot of my videos, because everything that they showed was basically like a copy or paste of the normal stuff that I normally do when I'm showing the visuals or just showing off a ship. I just, go, in circles near Earth Space Dock. They basically did the same thing. I showcased this thing in Argala Patrol. They basically did the same thing. They are showing also the tooltips. I do the same thing. They basically do the vanity stuff. I do the same thing. So they're definitely watching my videos and seeing the format actually works. Yeah, Cryptic, you're welcome. Anyway, this is the console tooltip. I do want to mention that this is not based upon the statistic that it's going to be for you, because for player to player, all of these numbers are going to be different, because not a lot of builds are going to be the same build. So it is 135 in targeting arc, basically the forward direction. Creates a Genesis seed 5 kilometers straight forward. Okay, so this is also a thing that we were talking about in my live stream. So this Genesis seed, you cannot target your enemy with it and then hit this seed to go to the enemy like a gravity well. This is only going to be straight forward of your ship, so you kind of need to position your ship where you need this Genesis seed to be, and it's a fixed 5 kilometer location in your forward arc, basically. So you cannot change that, maybe to the distance. But I'm basically going with this. So it is only going to be 5 kilometers. There is no way for you to place it 3 kilometers or 2 kilometers or 7 kilometers. It's going to be a fixed 5 kilometers from your ship. Up to 10 foes within 5 kilometers of the Genesis seeds. The radiation damage per second is going to increase per second. Yeah, this is. They said in the stream that if we are going to enjoy the tooltip, we do not, because the value right here, the redacted part, this is actually saying something, but it's not saying anything. So we can't go off on its being a high or being low. So it is not something that I'm really interested in for them doing this thing again, because it basically just gives me no real good information coming out of this. Like I previously said, it's going to be off by a couple of digits because every build is built differently, but removing the value, as they said right here, a redacted part, that basically gives me nothing. Gives me just absolutely nothing. Okay, so up to radiation damage per second, that's going to ignore shields and also increases each second. Minus something to all ships. This doesn't work for me. We already worked that. Starship trait tooltip to self and up to 10 allies within 5 kilometers is going to last 10 seconds. It's going to give you plus 2% all the way to plus 20% all power levels based on the number of targets. It's going to restore 0.3% and all the way to 3% max hull and max shields based on number of targets. The Grissom light science vessel, basically this thing right here. I'm not going to reiterate what other people were saying, but some people were saying that this is a canoe with... Yeah, okay, so let's go. The design of this quintessential science vessel has been updated with the modern era while maintaining as many of the unconventional charms of its original design as possible, from the sensitive sensor equipment housed in its semi-detachable low mission pods to the tight packed and heavy shielded warp cells. This updated design was inherit many of the unique benefits from his famed lineage, while also benefiting from the enhanced engineering standard present on the Federation vessel of the mid-25th century. Its updated design has been named after the ill-fated science vessel responsible for surviving the ill-fated Genesis planet, which bore the design of the original Oberth class into some measure of note. Okay. Yada yada yada. Tier 6. It's available to. It's basically everybody can. Why they kind of need to remove this or put in Klingons can also use it if you unlock the Klingons part. So you must complete the tutorial. Okay, so the hull modifier is really low on this thing, 0.85. So basically when your shields are gone, one torpedo hit and this ship is going to explode. Oh, sorry, I had to put it up there. All right, with a very high shield modifier, 1.4, 3 weapons and 3 weapons on the front, 3 weapons on the aft, room for 3 devices, console modification, 2 tactical, 4 engineering, 4 science. That's going to scale up with your level if you're going to use this particular ship, if you level up a new character. These are basically going to change, but at level 50, I believe, is the end cap where all of the consoles are basically finalized to this particular state. So 2 tactical, 4 engineering, and also 4 science. With a base turn rate of 13 degrees per second with an impulse modifier 0.15. Inertia rating of 50 plus 5 to shield power and also plus 50 to auxiliary power. Now you might ask yourself, why does this thing have such a high auxiliary power? We're going to read about that in a little bit. So this thing is also going to come with a universal console, that is the phased space membrane. Very nice. Also a secondary deflector slot, subsystem targeting, sensor analysis, and the molecular reconstruction ability. Okay, that this is new. I did not know that this thing was also going to have that. Very nice. Starship package. This is the science variant or science vessel variant. So enhanced particle generator, advanced shield system, enhanced retroactive circuitry, reactive shielding technology, and the unique starship trait is by the book. Admiralty stats, going off of the Admiralty stats, so this is definitely science heavy by far. Special ability, 2.5% critical rating from science. What? Anyway. This is that universal console. The visuals are also amazing. I saw it on the stream and my mind was like blown away. I love these things. But also, I was also thinking about, all of these visuals are very, very, very well done and very appreciated. This is just candy for our eyes. But also the lag spikes is going to be a thing. Is a lot of you guys are going to use a lot of visual appeal. Wow, I can't even speak. Visual appealing visuals like this on TFOs and stuff like that. It is definitely going to lag a lot of GPUs or computers out there because they kind of need to render all of that. But me, for one, I'm definitely loving these visuals that they displayed up there. It's definitely eye candy, as I said previously. Anyway, let's continue down the line. This technology was adapted from scrapped technology found amidst classified documents, which was originally tested aboard the USS Pegasus. Is capable of forming a... Okay, so this is very important. So this is how they are basically explaining this thing. It is capable of forming a thin membrane of phased space just beyond the ship's deflector shields. This enveloped negatives and physical properties of hostile sources and physical and kinetic damage that attempts to pass through it by forcing them to phase out of normal space. Hostile energy is also affected, but the field takes time to charge up in order to have an impact. Simultaneously, the field can also charge up over time and bestow benefits on the ship's outgoing torpedo weapons. Very, very nice if you're into torpedoes. Later about this, but it is definitely nice. So what they're saying is instead of phasing the entire ship, it just phases a little bit of outside of the shield. and whatever is going to enter, like, you know, torpedoes or anything like that, is going to be phased out, that particular torpedo. So not the entire ship, but just that torpedo that's going to go through your shield. So very nice workaround that they did that. This experimental technology draws a great deal of power from the Starship auxiliary system while active. So like I mentioned previously, a lot of auxiliary power right here, plus 15 to auxiliary power levels. Yeah, you're going to need that. And will turn off automatically when the subsystem is drained to 0 or goes offline, manually enhancing the ship auxiliary system while the field is being generated, such as using batteries, can allow it to be maintained longer. So definitely awesome that they're putting this up here, making batteries and, you know, consumables a little bit worth the while as of now. This console provides a basic bonus to power transfer rate and shield hardness. So here we go. The tooltip. I don't know why they say console tooltip. Just tooltip or universal console tooltip. Minus 20 to auxiliary power each second for 20 seconds. Deactivated if the auxiliary power is being drained or is set to 0. Power transfer rate is capped at 250, so you can't go over this thing. Now, a lot of you guys were like, hey, there are lots of people, or at least there are lots of ways to increase the power transfer rate. No, this thing is capped at 250. So immunity to physical and kinetic based damage, because everything goes through it. Plus 20 to 400 all damage resistance rating increased per seconds, and also plus 20% to 400% all damage with torpedo based weapons. Now, there are a couple of you guys that were like really crazy about this thing, but if you're going to do anything with torpedoes, torpedo boats, as they call it in STO term, you know, terminology these days, this is going to hit. This is going to hit very, very, very hard. If you can get it all the way to 400, obviously, but it is an increasement in your, you know, torpedo damage. So definitely, you know, definitely worth the while to experiment with this a little bit if you're into torpedoes, obviously. Starship trait by the book: activating bridge officer ability that creates anomaly or any temporal bridge officer ability will extend the duration of all of your bridge officer anomalies by 2 seconds. This cannot extend the anomaly duration beyond double its original value. Like gravity well and stuff like that, Tychon's Rift, those are basically anomalies. This is going to extend that by 2%. Sorry about that, guys. I'm very sick. Or at least not very sick. I have the allergies, so it's... Anyway, bridge officer anomaly includes... Okay, so... okay. Cool. Starship tool trait when activated extended. Okay, we just read that. Fleet Starship. Each of the above Starship is also a fleet variant version being made available simultaneously with the release in the Zen store. Fleet wishing to unlock, contain, or obtain these upgraded variants must have progressed their star-based Starship to Tier 2. The base price of these Tier 6 is 20,000 fleet credit, 5 fleet ship module. However, purchasing the new Genesis bundle will reduce the fleet module price from 5 to 1 in each of these vessels. Your fleet must have the appropriate provisions in stock. So there is also the fleet variant of all of these things. So the fleet variant adds a little bit of like 10%. If I scroll up, 10% to hull and also 10% to shield modifier. So that's definitely worth a while, and it's definitely interesting if you want to get that. Okay, so the fleet variant of these things. They basically added the hull modifier as well. Oh man, I gotta see. So these are the fleet variants of these things, identical to the above, but with the following exception. Default costume, hull modifier 1.375, shield modifier 1.21. Comes equipped with 3 tactical, 4 engineering, and 4 science. Okay. Does not include the Genesis seed and greater than some. That's the Starship trait. You can basically grab these traits in the Universal Console from the original ship. So nothing has changed there. And also the Fleet or Birth class right here. Increase the hull modifier to 0.935. Shield modifier 1.52. Oh, snap. 2 tactical, 4 engineering, 5 science. Okay, so they definitely gave us a science console on here. But also remember that if you're going to go and have, grab yourselves the fleet variant of these things, you might want to also invest in a tier 6X version to increase these guys, the statistics. You're also going to get an extra universal console slot, giving you a whopping of 12 console slots, and also a couple of other stuff that might be beneficial to you, like, a consumable device extra slot that's going to be available there. But the Fleet or Birth, 5 science, that was where I left off, does not include the Universal Console and by the book Starship trait. I already mentioned you can grab these from the original version of these on the Zen store. What is this? Admiralty stats, engineering 39, science 58, tactical 20. And it's going to ignore plus minus science from events. I have no idea what that means. Sure. Okay, so this is basically from Jeremy that gave us all of these information. Now, I know I said this is going to be a very quick video, but I kind of want to get this out of there. Get the statistics that are involved in this bundle. These are just amazing in my personal opinion. They did not showcase the man, I need to scroll up. Here we go. They did not showcase these outfit box, the captain's vest, the engineering vest, and the excursion vest jacket, sorry, in the live stream that they did. But if you guys don't mind, just remind me before I make this video, or at least the other video where I'm going to show off all of the items right here from the Genesis or the new Genesis bundle. Just remind me to also show off the new outfit box, basically the new edition up there. The compression pistol I'm not so going to be fond of, to be honest, and also the Genesis ground vanity device. I'm definitely going to showcase that because that's kind of interesting. It basically makes like an entire... You guys are going to see that. It's going to be very, very awesome to do that. Anyway, that's it for this video. In a couple of days, when was it? 24th, right? Yeah, June 24th. So basically like 7 days, 8 days from now. 6 days to be exact. They're going to release this for, if the math is correct, 4,875 Zen in the Zen store. That's basically with the 35% off. And I'm definitely going to be one of them that is going to grab this thing. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys had a little bit of fun, entertainment, knowledge coming out of the channel. And I would love to see you guys in the next video. Later.